Whispering Pines. I was 12 the summer my parents sent me to Camp Whispering Pines. At first, I loved it. The place was deep in the woods, far from any towns, and had this old-school summer camp feel. Rickety cabins, a lake that was freezing even in July, and counselors who told the same dumb ghost stories every night. I made friends fast, especially with my cabin mates. Ethan, Jordan, Will, and this quiet kid named Ben. Ben was different. Not in a bad way, just quieter than the rest of us. He laughed at our jokes but never made any himself. He was always hanging back like he was watching everything but didn't want to be part of it. I figured he was just shy. The first week was perfect. Swimming, hikes, pranks on the girls' cabin, everything a summer camp should be. But then, Ben started acting weird. At first, it was small things. He stopped eating much at meals, just pushing food around his plate. He barely talked. Sometimes I'd catch him just staring off into the woods, like he was listening to something no one else could hear. Then one night, I woke up to whispering. It was quiet, almost too soft to hear, but it was coming from inside our cabin. I rolled over and saw Ben sitting up in bed, facing the wall. His back was to the rest of us, and he was mumbling something under his breath. "Ben?" I whispered. He didn't react, just kept whispering, his shoulders twitching a little. "Dude, what are you doing?" Ethan grumbled from the top bunk. Ben stopped. The room was dead silent. Then, without turning around, he whispered, "He's coming." A chill ran through me. "What?" Ben laid back down like nothing happened. The next morning, he acted normal again. I asked him about it, and he just looked at me like I was crazy. Said he didn't remember. But things got worse. He started sneaking off into the woods. We'd be in the middle of an activity, and suddenly, he'd be gone. The counselors kept bringing him back, scolding him, but he didn't seem to care. And then one night, Will woke up screaming. I shot up in bed, my heart pounding. "What? What's wrong?" Will was sitting up, shaking. I woke up, and Ben was standing over me. I felt ice crawl down my spine. He was just standing there, Will whispered, staring at me. His eyes looked eerie. We turned to Ben's bed. It was empty. The counselors searched the woods for hours, but Ben didn't come back until breakfast. He walked into the mess hall like nothing was wrong. His clothes were dirty, his skin scratched up like he'd been crawling through the brush. The head counselor, Mike, demanded to know where he'd been. Ben just smiled, a weird, empty smile. "Out," he said. That night, I barely slept. I lay awake, gripping my flashlight, listening to every creak of the cabin floorboards. At some point, exhaustion won. I don't know how long I was out, but then I heard it again. Whispering. I opened my eyes, and my breath caught in my throat. Ben was standing in the middle of the cabin. His mouth moved fast, whispering something too low to understand. But he wasn't looking at any of us. He was looking at the far corner of the room. I turned my flashlight toward it, and for a split second, I swear I saw something move. A tall, shadowy figure shifting in the darkness, just beyond the reach of the light. The second the beam hit it, it was gone. My hands were shaking. "Ben," I whispered. "What are you doing?" He stopped whispering. Then he turned his head, just his head toward me, way too slow, way too stiff, like he wasn't used to his own body. And he smiled. Not a normal smile. His lips stretched too wide, his teeth too white in the dim light. "They're here," he whispered. "They're watching." I didn't sleep after that. By morning, Ben was gone. Not just missing, gone. His bed was empty. The sheets folded like no one had ever slept there. His bag was still in the cabin. His clothes were neatly stacked. The camp went into full panic mode. Counselors searched the woods. The police were called. They never found him. Camp shut down early. Our parents picked us up and we all went home. None of us ever talked about it again. Almost 15 years have passed since that summer at Camp Whispering Pines. But every once in a while, I wake up in sweats from the same repeating nightmare. I see the 12 years old Ben standing in the middle of my room, staring at me with soulless eyes, whispering, "They're still watching."